All right, I'm really excited about this one. I've got something super special for you. Normally, I just do one design per video. I got 3 for you today. I wanna give you out some really good templates that you can use if you are a DIYer, if you're on a budget, if you're looking for some way to spruce up your front for under $1,000. I'm gonna have 3 different styles for a ranch house that we're gonna go to St. Louis, Missouri for, and this is just gonna be packed with design tips. I'm gonna tell you how much it costs. If you are in the planning phase, when it is time to hire somebody, you've got the template and you're ready to go. Let's get in there. Okay, so as everything is photoshopping out, I want to introduce myself. My name is Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and general contractor, and I help those who are looking for landscape designs that are on the DIY budget-friendly side. We're looking for ideas to save money, and this is one of those styles. So we've got a ranch style. We are carving out the beds right now. We're pulling the beds out away from the house. We want to bring them off so that we have these opportunities to create some focal points. What I mean by a focal point could be a cool boulder, a cool tree, a cool pot. Boom, now you see a flowering cherry. Here is a hydrangea tree. Here's another hydrangea tree. These are focal points. These are the big things that you're gonna lock on and look at. Now you see we're dropping in some soft touch hollies. These could also be some boxwoods. The reason I'm putting those in is for winter interest. We wanna make sure this thing looks good seasonally. Finally, we're putting in a red twig dogwood bush here that's kind of that yellow orange. That also is gonna look good in the winter. It'll have a red stem, and then bam, we got the flowering cherry. What do I always say? Light up your investment. This one is gonna be around, I'd say $650 to do it yourself. It's kind of a minimalist style. We're bam, going into number 2. We are dropping in some azaleas right now. These are on the purple fuchsia kind of side. And what I noticed is some dead space next to this window. So I wanted to put in some arborvitae to give a little bit of height and texture and some green, that winter interest that we're talking about. We're definitely going to more of a formal kind of traditional style now. We're dropping in some dwarf spruces, and then we are balancing that out by putting in some Spanish lavender. Those are the whites and the purples that you see. That gives that wispy, flowy kind of vibe and really breaks it up from being too traditional, too formal. The last thing is, why not put some depth into this design and pull that bed all the way down to the end, pop in some boulders, take those lavender. Now you got lavender in the front and up towards the house. All in on this one, I'd say you'd be around $950. Finally, we are on to the final one, which I'm gonna call this one more of a flowy design. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of this stuff out and we are going to create more beds. We're gonna start to play off of a privacy element. You see we're putting in these grasses here and we're separating the neighbor's lawn from this lawn. So that's a privacy effect that you can do. We could also take that bed in the front and boom, connect it to the bed around there. Now we've got this cool shape to the lawn and it frames out around the entire property. It really brings a lot of depth and cool interest to this. We're taking in those Spanish lavender, we're putting those around the grasses to break it up a little bit. And as you notice, we got grasses on the side and all the corners. I would say those grasses are an anchor to the entire design. We've got our lavender, we've got our boulders, we've got a very simplistic, easy, flowy design. I would call this a flowy. We finally have what we call blue spruce, these little bitty winter interest, and nandina, which are the ones that are going along the driveway and by the sidewalk. The nandina are gonna be red in the winter for winter interest. And finally, that last one would be around $850. So as you can see, every single one of these is under $1,000. If you're gonna hire a company, you can pretty much 2 to 3x, depending on the company, your investment. But if you don't wanna get out there with the shovel, then you pay somebody, right? But these are all very, very cost-effective, easy designs that you can do and put into consideration during the economy, this economic time. If you like these kind of videos, go check this one out. This is a great video on color. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create. See you on the next video.